Hi there. I just wanted to come on and do a quick video because, I've been wondering over the past couple of weeks what is so specific about this coming Lions Gate, which is on August the 8th. And I've noticed a lot of other people are writing about Lionsgate. It's going to be really big. Lionsgate is always a significant influx of light. But what specifically was so significant about this one? Now, yesterday in my morning meditation, I was told there's a new wave of receiving that you need to attune to. And as I sat and had energy work done in my body, in my energy field, for this new way of receiving, I became very aware that there was a whole other layer of blocks put in place to limit our capacity to receive. Now, we participated in this from my perspective. We agreed that we needed an experience of density. And so long ago, blocks were put into place in our system that would lock us into dense realms. They would cut us off from what was natural for us, from the natural connections, the natural abilities to perceive, all of that sort of stuff. Everything was locked down. So the blocks coming out were underneath the crown in my skull, big piece at the back of the neck. And I've done a lot of work on these sorts of things over the years, so I was a bit surprised that there was another wave of this. But as it was happening and I could see what was going on, I really understood that we have deepened through our energy system, so we're ready we're ready to release a whole other system of blocking, which opens us up to a much fuller capacity to receive. So today, I was doing energy work with a client of mine, a regular client, and often when we're working, amazing stuff happens in her field. Not because of who I am, but because of who she is. And today was no exception. And I had an inkling that we would be doing some of the same stuff, opening her up to, releasing these blocks and helping her open to a different level, a new level of receiving. And as the energy work got underway, and as is usual at the moment, it focuses in that central energetic column, the Sushumna. And they were clearing through the crown, through the throat, through the heart. Everything started to shift. The central energetic column became majestic in its scope, in its width. The light that was coming in shifted from a silvery lilac color as it was working through the brow center and behind the eyes, down the face. As it moved through the throat and into the heart, it became silvery gold. Really, really extraordinary colors. So the blocks had been released in her system, and she was busy receiving the energy. So it just skipped straight into the receiving. And what I became aware of her receiving, and it sounds strange to say this, it sounds sort of preposterous to say this, but these are the times we're in. I was told that she was receiving heaven. And she felt that. I knew as I was working in her system that this is a collective piece of energy work. It's not just her, but it is dependent upon our individual readiness to receive these frequencies. many of us are at a stage where we're ready to receive the heavenly dimensions into our system. I think this Lion's Gate, if you're not, or if somebody isn't quite ready, then they will be helped to become ready by the frequencies that come in. So wherever you're at, it levels us up to the next, or helps us jump a couple of steps. But from my perspective and what I'm being told is that this is the significance of Lion's Gate, that we are on the threshold then of receiving heaven. And that sounds truly beautiful. It feels truly beautiful. Watching it happen in somebody else's energy field this morning is extraordinary, and it's such a blessing to be able to participate in these sorts of sessions. What I was made aware of also is that as more and more of us are switched on in this way, then this builds the network of light on this planet. And more people get caught up, get entangled in that network of light, rather than ensnared by the frequencies of darkness and density. More people are simply caught up, wrapped up in the energies of light and immersed in them, and so take on those energies, and everything starts to lift in frequency. This is very much a part of the separation that we're seeing, because a lot of people won't be choosing to integrate these frequencies, at least not yet, not for a while. There's some other messy stuff needing to play out, but for millions and millions of us now, we are in a state of readiness, and it'll either be literally receiving the frequencies of heaven, or being prepared for those. And once the gate is opened, once those dimensions start to flow in and we land those dimensions, then they're permanently a part of the embedded frequencies, and they become more and more available all the time. So it isn't like if you miss this opportunity at Lion's Gate, the door will be shut. It's that door stays open, and more and more people walk through it as the days, the weeks, the months pass. So I wanted to share this with you. We'll be looking at this on a teleconference that I'm offering on Sunday, an online virtual gathering, and of course we'll be focusing on it on the Lion's Gate on Friday. The links for those will be underneath here. Okay, wishing you well, and one more thing before I finish. I don't in any way mean to impart that you need to work with me or with another person at all to receive these frequencies. That isn't how it works. If you are available, all you need to do is sit, connect with your higher self, your guides, and ask that these frequencies be brought in. The work I do is great, and it can be useful and helpful, and we do these things in a gathering, a group of people, often 100, 120 people, all over the world. That's a powerful way to do it, but it doesn't need to be that way. You can do this completely on your own, and simply by sitting and asking your team to facilitate these connections. So give that a try over the coming days, because the gateway is opening now. Lion's Gate will be the peak of that influx, a time when those energies are really sort of knocking on the door quite strongly. But as I say, once the doorway is open, once the gate is opened, those frequencies will be here to stay. So, sending you lots of love. Huh? Take care. Bye bye.